Oh, welcome to our third class in the Introduction to Meditation series. My name is Megan Wright. I'm coming to you from my home in the today gloriously beautiful Willamette Valley. It's blue skies and sunny and gorgeous outside. That's um, not typical for the end of March in Oregon, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. Um, so Let's jump into this. Today we're going to talk about two types of meditation: mantra meditation and object focused meditation. And these two meditations are particularly good for when you are feeling overwhelmed, when you are feeling panicked, when you feel like you're on the verge of an anxiety attack, or even if you are in the midst of an anxiety attack. And hopefully I can teach you how to access these types of meditation to help get back in control of your thoughts and your emotions. So if we jump to our plain meditation, we're sitting in our cockpit with our instructions on how to we know how to drive a car, but we don't know how to drive an airplane. We're trying to learn. We're here, we're trying to learn. All of a sudden the airplane starts careening towards Earth. It's on a crash course. Okay. Panic goes through the roof, anxiety goes through the roof, everything is out of control. And these meditations are like having air traffic control say, listen carefully. This is what you're going to do. You can do this. So hopefully we can learn to listen to our air traffic controller and be able to manage those type of experiences and regain control. Okay. So we're going to start first with object meditation, and I am not going to lead you in a meditation for this today because it's not a guided meditation. I will just encourage you to try it later, but I'm going to describe it to you and give you a little bit of history. So I was first introduced to this meditation in about 2004, 2005 by a brilliant therapist that I owe a great deal to. And I was in a therapy session one day, and she handed me a paperclip. And she directed me to spend what felt like an eternity, but I'm pretty sure was about 3 minutes, observing my paperclip. And she would gently remind me that this is where my focus was supposed to be. So the point of this is to give our attention an anchor. And what the anchor is kind of irrelevant. It can be anything. That's why she just opened her desk and handed me a paperclip. We'll talk a little bit about how you can give a little bit more meaning to your object, but honestly, it can be anything. It's just something that you are going to give your full attention to so that whatever is demanding your attention can be pushed to the side, can be overcome. So when you are observing an object in an object-focused meditation, just like we've talked about in our first class, you will get distracted. You will notice other noises. You will notice things. Things will pull your attention away. If you are feeling panicked, you'll be holding your object, and you will think, and all of a sudden you won't be thinking about it anymore. But having a physical something that you're holding is very powerful in an anchor. It is easier for us to observe something physical. So when we're doing this, we can observe it with all of our senses. This is a red paper clip. To me, red is very grounding, which is why I choose a red paper clip for this type of meditation. So I can think about the color red because the paper clip is red. I can notice that the tip is silver. I want to feel the smoothness of it. Some paper clips have ridges on them. Anything, I can move it and feel the resistance. Um, if it's something that smells or tastes, you're welcome to put this in your mouth and feel the way that it tastes. But spend at least 3 to 5 minutes focused on whatever object you are observing. And this has the effect of letting our brains know, I'm in control here. I'm the one driving this plane, and I'm going to listen, and I know what to do. I am confident. You don't need to panic. Okay, so, and really that's all there is to it. You might put on some meditation music to help, just to help soothe. Music often can help soothe our emotions on a subconscious level, or use a white noise, or nothing. You can do this anywhere. I've done this on a bus. I've done it on an airplane, like literally on an airplane. I wanted to tell you a little bit about some of the objects that I've used to give you a little bit of history. When I very first learned to do this from this therapist, I kept the paper clip, but I lost interest in the paper clip pretty quickly. I was like, I need something with just a little bit more to observe. And this little statue my parents had purchased for me many years before, and it sat on my nightstand at the time. And it has a lot of like good memories for me. Um, and it's brightly colored and beautifully painted and has not a lot of detail, but enough details that it could hold my interest and I could observe it. You do want your object to be small enough that you can observe it without moving your head. So you can see that I can turn this and I don't have to like look up or down or around. You don't want something large that that's going to move your attention around. Something that you can hold and isn't too large or too small. You don't want to have to squint to see the detail on it. So you don't want to have it be frustrating to you. So I used this guy for a long time, including during my pregnancy with my first son was a terrifying experience. It was basically a train wreck for especially the last months. And I employed this constantly. Now, when it got to be where I was needing to go to the hospital, I don't remember if somebody purchased it or if I or gave it to me or if I purchased it, but I had a little toy duck that had, I wish I still had it, but my dog chewed it up and destroyed it. But it was one of those baby toys that has like crinkly stuff in it and like a bumpy teething ring. And that's what I took with me to my doctor's appointments. I distinctly remember being they were doing an amnio on me, and the nurse said, my son was born via emergency cesarean, and they were expecting this to happen at this point. And the nurse said, "Oh, that's so sweet that you brought a toy with you for your baby." And I am not paying attention to her, so while I noticed that and acknowledged it, I did not respond to her because I was trying to avoid having a panic attack. And Lincoln said, I remember Lincoln knew exactly what I was doing. Lincoln's my husband. And he said, "That's not for the baby, that's for her." and that's exactly what I was using it for. Some other things that we've used are mandala rocks. The colors can be representative of different emotions. So you might choose an object that is in a color that's representative. I mentioned that I really like red paper clips because red is a very grounding color, and if you are feeling a lot of anxiety, then grounding is what you need. Um, so I paint these rocks, and it's its own form of meditation, but I also use them for object-focused meditation, and I often will choose one based on the color of whatever emotion I want to promote. Some other things is you can also, I mentioned you can use music, but you can incorporate other sensory inputs into it. This is a singing bowl, and we'll see. I'm on camera, so let's see if I can get it to sing. Um, but the process of moving this in the circle, you can pay attention to the bowl, but also the movement. It was singing a little bit. I don't know if you could hear it. Let me see one more time. There it goes. Hopefully the mic was picking that up, but so you can focus on the movement and the color. This one's blue, very soothing blue. Um, the movement, circular patterns are very calming. Also, why mandalas are often used, and the movement and the noise are also help you focus on that meditation. So those are all things that you can try. Truly, it can be anything, or you can choose something meaningful to you. My bird, my parents don't live near me, and they didn't, and it helped me feel their presence with me and their comfort. That was part of what I could focus on when I was using my bird. Um, all right. So, homework number 1 is to find something, find some music, or use your white noise machine or a white noise app on your phone, and spend at least 5 minutes. And this will seem like a long time. You might feel like it's too long. You might need to try it more than once. Remember to always offer yourself compassion if you find your mind wandering, if you are distracted or you feel like it's not working. Just keep trying. It's not going to it's not going to make that panicky feeling subside as soon as you start. Keep with it. Do it longer if you need to. If you get through 5 minutes and immediately you're feeling panicky again, do it again. This is one of the best ways to get in control of your thoughts and your emotions when they just feel like they're out of control. And trust yourself. The air traffic controller in our analogy is you. You have the ability to control your mind. It's deep within you, and maybe you're not practiced, but you can tune into listening to it. Have confidence in yourself, and always, always offer yourself compassion. All right, so let me know how that goes in the coming week. If you don't belong to our Facebook group, Meditation Collaboration, then that's where we sort of do our, I post resources and a check-in. So you can please feel free to join us there. Okay. So the second type of meditation that I want to talk about is mantra meditation. And mantra meditation, it shares a lot of the same the same characteristics as an object-focused meditation, but the thing that you're focusing on is a phrase or a word or a set of words. So the difference is that one, mantra meditation is great in that you don't need anything except for yourself to do it. You can do it anywhere. I have done it in the bathtub. And this is the currently the meditation that I use. I will introduce you to the one that I use for myself when I'm feeling anxious, like really anxious. One of the benefits of mantra meditation is when you can choose your own mantra, and it can be anything. And there are a wide variety of mantras. You can choose, if you are religious, you can choose something from the scriptures. If you have a powerful leader that you look up to, something inspirational that they've said, you want to choose something short, something that you can remember without having to memorize it. I recently had a conversation with a friend who she is finding great comfort in the words "let it be." I have used the mantra "calm, compassionate, capable" for many months. That was my meditation. Calm, compassionate, capable. So mantra meditation can work like an object-focused meditation where you are just repeating these words over and over: calm, compassionate, capable, calm, compassionate, capable, calm, compassionate, capable. And that does give you something to focus on. I have found, however, that it's much more effective when I observe the meaning of the words, even the shape of the words. Maybe the words have color to you and you observe the color. So I take a little bit more time when I'm using mantra meditation usually. However, if you are in the midst of panic, then this is a good time to have one that you've picked out that you do just repeat over and over. And here's why that works. Our words have the added benefit of having energy. It takes energy to create our words. They are literally energy moving through air in the form of sound waves. And we can use that energy as a focus to calming down the energy that we are experiencing that's causing us to panic. So you can just repeat a mantra over and over and over, and that is going to have an effect. The energy from your words and giving your attention and focus to them is going to help you. Once you feel that panic start to subside, you can start to consider the meaning behind the words. You can start to consider more what they mean and how they feel and why they're important to you. But in the beginning, if you're panicking, the only thing you need to do is repeat them. And the attention that you're giving to that mantra and the energy of the words, you do need, if at all possible, to do this out loud. That energy will help you gain control of the panic that is rising in you. So I'm just checking, let me check my notes real quick, make sure I've gotten everything. Okay. I want to introduce you to the type of mantra meditation that I use when I am feeling panicked, and it is a Hawaiian meditation called Ho'oponopono. The mantra for it is, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And you can repeat it just like that. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. The idea behind it, and Ho'oponopono is much more than a meditation. It's this beautiful, amazing cultural phenomenon that Hawaiians have used for a long time um, to maintain relationships. And um, if you're interested, I encourage you to study it. It's one of the most beautiful cultural phenomenons. But we're going to just talk about the meditation aspect of it. So the idea is these four phrases, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, are the four most powerful phrases that you can speak. And I love that idea, to tell someone that you love them, to offer forgiveness, to ask for forgiveness, and to offer thanks are everything that we do in prayer. And encompass every good thing that happens between human beings. And I've loved this from the moment I first learned about it. So I do want to walk you through a brief Ho'oponopono meditation. This is not exactly how I would use it if I were experiencing panic. This is sort of the way that I want to walk you through it, is how I would use it after I had just used the words to gain control. So in the beginning, I am just saying, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, until I feel in control. And sometimes that takes many minutes. But I allow the power and the energy of these powerful phrases to calm me, and know that I can offer these things to myself is where I can finally, I can offer myself love and compassion. I can ask for forgiveness or take responsibility, and I can offer gratitude. And those are powerful things that sometimes, just like when we're teaching children, sometimes you just need to say them. And the energy of those words is powerful in and of itself. One of the things that I love about Ho'oponopono is the idea of taking responsibility without taking blame. So whatever it is that is causing you panic, you can choose to take responsibility for it. Now, that doesn't mean that you're accepting blame for it. This is much like, for instance, if you had a child accidentally break a neighbor's window. You will take responsibility for that, even though it's not your fault, and you have no reason to feel guilty for it. It was an accident, that your child, an accident, but you are still going to replace the window and apologize. So you're accepting responsibility without accepting blame or guilt. And the idea of Ho'oponopono is that you can do that for any situation, that you can accept a willingness to add love and intention and energy and compassion to anything, to any situation, to any person, to yourself. So let's walk through that now, as maybe more of a calming meditation or a compassionate meditation. But always remember that if you are feeling, it's an easy one to remember, and if you are feeling panicked, that just repeating the words over and over will help calm you down. So as we go through this meditation, picture yourself. Picture another you sitting across from you, and that is who we're going to be speaking to. is another you. You are speaking to you in a mirror, maybe, but you are going to offer these things to yourself. So we're going to start with some rhythmic breathing. So let's do 5 rounds of rhythmic breathing. And as a refresher from our first class, that is breathing in deeply to the count of 5 and holding at the top of that breath to the count of 5, releasing to the count of 5, and holding at the bottom of that release to the count of 5. And let's repeat and do that 5 times. I'm not going to count for you so that I can participate with you. And let's just go ahead and start right now. And let your breathing return to normal. Now, if it is helpful, picture an image of yourself in a mirror or just your own presence. I love you. You are worth loving. I offer my energy and my heart to you. I give you the opportunity to do what is best for you. I'm sorry. I offer you compassion. I am sorry that you are experiencing pain. I am sorry that you must experience this difficulty. Please forgive me. Forgive me for the times that I have not done what is best for you. Forgive me for the times that I have not offered you compassion. Thank you for sitting with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for feeling this with me. I love you. I see you. I hear you. I understand you. I know your struggles. And I know that you are good. I know that your intentions are good. I am grateful to be with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the pain that you are feeling. I am sorry for the situation you are in. I am sorry for the guilt and frustration you must be experiencing, that I know you're experiencing. I see you. I hear you. I offer you compassion. Please forgive me. Allow me to take responsibility. Allow me to add my energy and my intention to making this better. Let me serve you. Let me give you what you need. Thank you. Thank you for building the bridge in the void between us. Thank you for meeting me here. Thank you for being willing to sit with discomfort and allow it to dissipate. Thank you for not letting it fester and become something more. Thank you for loving me. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Now I invite you to come back to present. Wiggle your fingers and your toes and stretch, and maybe offer yourself a hug. Since we're limited in who we can hug right now, we should all the more reason to offer ourselves love and compassion. I hope this is helpful to you. I hope you're able to employ it when you are feeling anxious. And I encourage you to try these 2 meditations throughout the next week. Spend some time experimenting and seeing what mantra works for you. What will hold your attention and what has meaning for you. Find an object that you can carry or have ready access to that you can focus on and gain control of your thoughts and emotions. And I will see you next week.